Currently on News 5 right now, a father and son are thankful they were in the right place at the right time when a boat trip turned into a rescue mission. WKRG News 5's Gabby Easterwood joins us live in the studio telling us how they jumped into action.
Well, Dana, it's a miraculous story, and the conditions were windy and the waters were choppy for a Birmingham family that always comes to the coast for fishing trips. But those conditions led to a scary encounter and a chance rescue. It was the last day of a month-long fishing trip, a day one family will never forget.
We looked at it that God's timing was perfect.
On Saturday evening, John Hall and 4 of his family members went out for one last fishing trip before heading home to Birmingham.
We weren't running really fast, maybe 15, 18 miles an hour. All our lights were on, looking for other boats, and my son happened to stand up and screamed because we thought a large wave was coming, and it wasn't a wave, it was another boat running with no lights. And I cut hard to the right and threw the motors in reverse, and fortunately that boat turned and went hard to their left.
After that close call, both boats went their separate ways, and the Halls decided to call it and head back to the boat launch. But not before something came across the radio that caught their attention.
We heard the Coast Guard come over saying a boat was in distress and was taking on water.
So Hall turned around his boat and headed back to where they saw the father and son originally. And sure enough, he saw the son in the water, waving a flashlight towards them.
We saw the son, 26-year-old son, floating in the water about 50 yards off the boat, and the dad was hanging onto the front of the boat, and the boat was going down pretty quick.
Their battery had gone out, leaving their sunk pump to go out too, making it easy for water to creep in. Once the Hall family got close, Jonathan's 14-year-old son, Trevor, jumped into action.
Trevor, he tied a buoy to our rope, and we tossed it out. He was able to grab on, and my son pulled him to the back of the boat and then up into the boat. And he didn't get scared, he didn't get frustrated, he did exactly what he needed to do, and it was amazing.
The Coast Guard took the father and son to land. The Halls just amazed by the timing of it all and how the end of this story could have been much different.
Everything leading up to that point, if we had been a few seconds later, we would have missed them completely, and we would have not turned around.
Now, we have reached out to the Coast Guard, but the Halls would love to reconnect with that father-son duo and check in on them. If you know who they are, feel free to reach out to us so we can help make that connection. Live in studio, Gabby Easterwood at WKRG News 5.